What's going on, Nick?
Not much. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Thank you. Welcome to the Bophades Podcast, where both these nerds discuss anime conventions, anime history, and overall nerdness. Thank you for joining
Oh
me.
yeah, thanks for having me.
Oh,
Thanks for having me.
oh yeah, no problem, dude. I know, right? It's kind of like, oh shit, we're gonna talk.
Yeah.
It's funny because between you and I, like not clearly record not between you and I, you know what I mean? But like, realize that we've known each other for like a while now. Like we met each other at an anime convention, which is really fun. On the way to Anime Boston, which is I find really funny is that we recorded that. And it was just like random.
Oh my God. Yeah, that was ridiculous. It was so much fun.
Yeah, it was, and it's just so funny that here we are now, and it really just like I said, why this podcast is really starting is because like it's just us discussing like a lot of the old stuff we went through and everything. So.
hmm
Nick, why don't you tell me a little bit more about like what got you into just say nerdiness, anime, or video gaming, and anything of that nature?
to start off, it was Dragon Ball, and I would watch it with my friend. He had the DVDs, so we'd bring them over, and my dad would walk by and he'd be like, "Is this just a show about shouting? Who can shout louder?" um, but no, we freaking loved it. We got so hyped up, and yeah, that was like kind of the kickstart of it.
Hmm.
Um, and just like, but in general too, like I remember playing Mario Kart with him, and just at friends' houses, and then I got all that. I got an N64, and I got Mario Party, and I would like try and get really good at the mini games and just
Yep.
play by myself. And I'm like, this would be better with people.
Yeah.
So I'd have friends over, and we'd all play Mario Party.
Yeah, man. There's
So
it's not like having like an actual like with your birthday party or something like that, and then you have a straight up
yeah,
LAN
yeah.
game, dude. Hell yeah, dude.
hmm Yep. So it just built a community from there.
Hmm.
So
Hmm. So like I know other than anime, like I have to just straight up make you the different person is you play a lot of ukulele.
yes, I
So
do.
yeah, tell me a little bit more about that.
So over 15 years ago, I was taking guitar lessons, and it was like fun, but I'd go to the practice and I wouldn't have practiced on my own, and it would just be the teacher like, here's the things you need to practice. And my
Mhm.
parents paid a lot of money for him to tell me that, and I felt guilty about it. So, but I did it for a little while, maybe like, 4 or 5 months. And then my best friend Alex, not like the Doctor Who thing, is D Alex,
Yeah, yeah.
Daryl Alex. So,
Daleks, yeah.
yeah, so Daleks, but he bought a ukulele, and I went over his house and I was playing it for a bit, and it was like Harry Potter at Ollivander's when he picked up the wand and like the whole room was swirling behind him and stuff like that. Like it just clicked and it felt like it meant to be. And it
Awesome.
was like the love for it it's just like such a simple little instrument, but you can get all nerdy with it and try hard, or you
Mhm.
can just put in such a tiny bit of effort and get so much awesome sound from it and make people smile,
Nice.
you know?
No, definitely. The ukulele has a nice like welcoming sound, I noticed. Like it's
hmm
something about it like I suppose like I've done guitar a little bit and I suck at it. I suck at ukulele also,
It's tough.
but still, yeah, no, like guitar's like, man, all right, now do this with your fingertips, and then it's like that's I can't, and it sounds like, and it's just like,
Yeah. Wait, you have six fingers in that photo. Like, what the
yeah,
heck?
yeah, what the hell is this guy doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, like, and just like with like what's what I'm looking for, just like the boom that happened with like a lot of people playing ukulele and all that stuff, and it being easily available. So you said
Mhm.
roughly this was what like 15 years ago you started guitar, and then was it
Yeah.
like a few years later that you got into ukulele, or was it like
No, it
recently?
was like the same. Yes, it's been over 15 years I've been playing. I forget the exact year.
Yeah, no, that's fair. No, that's fair. I get that.
So,
We'll just go with
yeah.
plus 10 years, right?
Yeah, yep.
So like, what do you got it? It was like you're at your friend's house. Was it like you said? You was your friend ukulele, and then like right off the
Mhm.
bat, you're like, "Yo, I need to fucking get one."
Well, yeah, so it was like right around my birthday time, and I told my mom, I was like, Mom, like my friend go to ukulele, I kind of want one. Like it was fun. She's like, all right, we're getting a good one, so you love it, and if you don't have a good sound, you're not gonna play it.
Mhm.
And like, cause she's all about guitars. She's in 3 bands. She plays like 5 instruments. She rocks harder than me, surprisingly.
Mhm.
um, she's awesome, and she like was super encouraging. Like, get a good one with a good sound. So like, we spent a few extra bucks rather than getting like the $25
Yeah.
little beater one. Like we got like a nice $100 Mitchell one. Like I have it right next to me, and it's got all like mother of pearl inlay in it and stuff.
Oh
Like it's a really
wow.
pretty instrument.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Um,
No, that's awesome.
but it sounds good and it holds its tune, and you want to play it
Hmm.
if it does those things.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
that was like the the appeal.
Yeah, no, I was gonna ask you about that because it sounds like, just judging by your stories, so are both your parents very like musically inclined, and that they really enforce that type of thing, or it's just your
My
mom?
mom is super. My dad played drums for like a little bit, and
Yeah.
then kind of just moved on to his other projects.
Oh, that's
So
fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. So your mom's the
yeah.
one who's mostly into music.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
that's awesome.
Yeah, she's crazy. So crazy, crazy into it. Like
Yeah.
grew up with a bunch of the hippies and stuff, and love the Beatles and
Hmm.
all those bands. So.
What type of music gives you like the most inspiration to either get into like playing ukulele songs or just music in general?
So two artists come to mind.
Hmm.
One is Nick Johnston, and he's like a new neo-classical guitar. I guess call it neo, but just like kind of just like classic rock, but it's all instrumental, just awesome jams. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's the key he plays in or just the guitar he has, but it just hits me and it's like so inspiring. It really tugs the heartstrings.
Hmm.
If I have a bad day, that's the album I reach for kind of deal. So like he that's always like a huge inspiration and I'm like, well, are there like solo instrumental ukulele stuff like this? Yes, there are, but like at that level of like talent that he puts in and all that
Hmm.
crazy like nonsense and wild, like he has all like pianos and all kinds of different instruments and sounds in there too. um so he's like one of the main inspirations for me. And the other is a guy from Texas
Hmm.
and his band is called Cloudchord and he does lo-fi.
Oh, sick.
So it's nuts. I got to see him in concert once
Oh, where'd you
and
see him?
it was I saw him in I think Paradise Rock Club in Boston.
Yep. Oh, sick.
So
Nice. It's a
it,
good
it was
venue.
it was him and Moon Hooch, I think the name of the band
That
was.
sounds like one of those
And
type of bands. I'm not gonna lie to you.
yeah, yep. So, but it was awesome. Like, and it was funny because I was there at the front. I got there right away, got right in the front row, didn't move a muscle, and like near the end of it, this one woman came up to me. She's like, "What?" Like screaming over my shoulder and stuff. I'm like, "Can you give me some space? I'm trying to enjoy this." And it's like, it's not really the environment to do that to somebody at a concert.
Especially at a lo-fi concert.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I was like, you're killing my vibe right
I
now.
love
So
it.
yeah,
Oh my god, I
and I
can't believe
felt really
someone's that
bad.
excited.
Yeah, I'm blushing about it now because I felt really bad. I'm like, that was a real jerk move to like be like, don't get close to me at a concert. Like, it's it was
No,
just she was just enjoying it, shouting next to me, and I was like, I
I
just want to enjoy this and
I mean,
look at
I
my inspiration.
no, I mean, I can kind of feel like why you felt that way, because like if I'm at like a metal show or a rock show, I'm not gonna feel that way because everybody's always constantly screaming. But like if I'm at like a lo-fi chill vibe, like
Hmm.
it's one of those things where it's kind of like I'm pretty sure you can be excited, but at the same time, it's like we're kind of vibing right now. Like we're
Yeah.
just kind
Yep.
of
Yeah.
chill. It's like the best way I describe it is like, some people like with their music, unless they're like fucking jamming, like you want to scream. But I know people express themselves a certain way when they
Mhm.
experience art. I guess that's just her way of doing it. And at a lo-fi concert, I mean, was that
Mhm.
was it the
Yeah.
start of
So
the song, or is it like in the middle of it?
it was the end of the set because I was there like most of the time, and then like the last few songs she came up, and then she was
It's
like, wilding out, and I was like, trying to relax, like this is
yeah,
the vibe
I
right
feel.
now.
Yeah, no, I know what
um,
you mean. Yeah,
yeah,
she's
but I
probably
found her after. I'm sorry I cut you
no,
off,
no,
but I
good.
found her after at the bar, and I was like, "Hey, I'm really sorry about that, but like I was really coming here to see this guy." And she's like, "You're not here for for the main band?" I was like, "I don't even know who they are. I've never heard of them." She's like, "You should stay. They're awesome." I was like, "Okay."
Hey, I mean, at least you
And
found her, and you were like, "Hey, like my bad. Like I'm
oh
just
yeah, of course.
chilling. I'm just a little. I want to be excited about it. It's just one
Mhm.
thing to be like, yeah, fuck you. Yeah, you
Yeah,
know what I mean.
just elbowing her. Get
Yeah,
out
it's
of
like,
the
"Ugh, give her one of these. Yeah,
Yep.
no. It's funny that you mentioned that because I don't think I've ever been to a chill concert. Like a concert, like the only one I think I would ever go to in my head is like if like Death Cab came around and was just like, yo,
Okay.
because I think Death Cab came with like doing postal service stuff, and I'm like, this music's fucking good. But of course, it's just
Yeah.
one of those like sit down, like, oh, I'm at a theater and we're all sitting down just
Hmm.
vibing. That sounds
Yep.
like a good time. I've come to the realization that I'm an old man and like I don't mind sitting down at concerts anymore.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah, we went to a few, but like one last week, and um by the third act, you're like, all right, ready to sit down, and your back's screaming, your feet are hurting. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah. It was funny. We went to go see Creed with my friend.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like my friend got it for me, and it was just like a meme. We really we play it at work, and we were just like, yeah, fucking Creed, like, fucking dad rock, butt rock shit. And we just did it. We had a little, had a few libations before getting in there, of course. Feel pretty good. And man, let me tell you, like, Three Doors Down was there also. I did not realize how many Three Door Down songs I knew. It was like,
wow, really?
Yeah, just being a few drinks in, you're like, yo, this song's fucking good, yeah. And like, I look at my friend, I'm like, are we the dads? Are we the dads now? Shit, I think we are. Because man, they came out like, not my time. I'm not going. I'm like, oh, this song's so fucking good.
My friend and I, we've catered an awesome playlist called Divorce Dad Rock.
Oh yeah,
and it's got all those like "She Fucking Hates Me" and all that music from that era.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. I even fucking Finger 11 was there too.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, it was like a dad concert. It was awesome.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They knew their audience.
Oh, they knew their target market, dude. It was awesome. The only issue I have with the entire show is that fucking the lead singer of Creed, like they played all they played all of their new stuff at the beginning. I was like, nah, man, y'all should have came out freaking with My Sacrifice, because that first line after a whole not being a concert is "Hello, my friend, we meet again." Like, yes, that would have been so good.
True.
But he didn't do it, and I'm like, fucking Creed, man, ruined my night. But then they played it, and I was crying. I was kidding.
Yep. Yeah, I went to see Earth, Wind, and Fire, and they didn't play Disco Inferno. And I was like, oh, man.
Did they play Disco Inferno?
I think so. They have a cover of that. Or they... I don't know if they wrote it or not, now that I think of it. So maybe they don't own that song.
That must have been a really good concert, though. Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah, so that
especially
that was
they played
one
September.
Of them.
Like, I would have flipped out.
And they had the three original members in there in the front row, and like the drummer was like, he didn't sit down, he just had a standing set, and he was like kicking the cymbals and stuff. It was awesome. They had so much energy.
Oh yeah.
And that was one where it was I think it was at the P-PAC in Rhode Island, and it was all seated, but no one was sitting down.
Oh yeah, no, not when Earth, Wind, and Fire be showing up, man. Earth and Fire is too good for that. That's another one everybody be vibing, dude.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that was a good one. I mean, everyone was boogieing though.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
But it was good, happy vibes. It was fun.
Do you go to a lot of concerts though, Nick? Like I'm like hit or miss. Like I don't go very often. I as much as I would like to, honestly. What about you?
Mm-hmm. There was a span where I went to like one a year, and like I've been to like 4 or 5 so far this year. So
all right.
I don't know if it's getting a girlfriend and being wanting to go out more.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It was just like I would do either like a huge thing. Like I was planning to go to Wacken Open Air too. That's like a huge European festival, and they just have like crazy just it's everything. They have like drunk tavern bands and like folk music, folk metal, Swedish metal, like everything on the spectrum. It's just such a good time. They have like symphonic metal and all these crazy bands.
Oh, that's cool. I thought you were saying they're gonna have drug taverns. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Come in here, have some beer, have some fucking crack.
No,
have some marijuana. So what was that middle one?
Yeah,
beer,
M&Ms. Yeah,
here you go. It's like, oh, thanks, man. It's like these M&Ms taste funny. Oh, those damn Europeans, they got me. They got me doing drugs, even though I was doing them already. They got me doing more drugs.
And space cakes and cigarettes and all stuff all the time,
Yeah. Is that a clove cigarette? What is this? It's just wait, what's going on? Oh, that'd be sick though. I like to travel out of the country and do and see a concert. That's kind of sick. Like in my opinion, like the only thing I would ever really go for is because just being an old raver is just like go to one of those like old like those big raves they have. But I barely even go to the ones here in America because I'm just like I'm good, man. I don't feel like camping.
Yeah.
I'm old. My back's gonna hurt. Like we were just talking about like not standing up for three songs. Now you want me to camp and wake up?
for 3 days.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, man. If I the first,
Yep.
first 8 hours, I'd be like, rethink my life.
Hmm.
Now, I feel like if I was there, I'd be like, like I know what I signed up for, and I'm just like, well, I'm fucking doing it. Might as well,
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So, but I did travel to France to see a band. And it was the first time I left the country. It was 2019, and a band called Heavenly announced one show on a boat
Oh, what
in
the fuck?
France.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Wait a minute. You got to tell me
on
about
the
this.
flow. Yeah, so this was crazy. So and they had their last album came out I think like 2009, and they just haven't been together. They haven't been active. Nothing new came out. They haven't been touring. So like this was 14 years or 15 years since then,
Mhm.
and they're like they have one show. I'm like I have to go to this. They were like one of my favorite bands at the time. So I called my friend who lived in Sheffield at the time. I was like, hey, like, want to go to France?
Damn, dude, that's wild. That's
um,
so fucking
yeah.
ballsy and cool, dude.
Yep. So I went to Google Maps, Google Earth to like scout where the venue was,
Yep.
and I went to like the river and the address, and I couldn't see it.
Yeah.
I didn't see it anywhere. I looked all around, Google Maps as best I could, but I still went anyway. Still
Yeah.
took the chance.
At that point, you're just
Um,
like, fuck it. It's gonna be an
yeah.
adventure.
Yeah. So we went to France. We had a good time. And then the day of the concert, my friend was like, "Hey, what's the name of this band?" I'm like, "Heavenly." He's like, "They're not on the list." I was like, "What do you mean?" And apparently they had canceled the tour because their manager fucked up, and they posted it on their Facebook in French. And I'm a lazy American. I didn't learn French, so I couldn't read it. I didn't see the update. I didn't know.
No fucking way,
So
dude.
went all the way there.
I'm sorry for laughing. Oh my god.
That's okay. It's so
That
funny.
sucks. But
Even to the point where yeah, so I'm at the I finally do find the venue. So it was a boat, so I looked at the river where it was, and it was like down below, so you had to walk downstairs to get to the boat, and there were like 400 people in line. That was it. um and the bouncer, like, I didn't have like the QR code to scan my ticket. I only had like the receipt, and
yeah.
he's just yelling at me in French to get
Yeah.
away and get out of line. I was like, I don't understand what you're
I don't know what's
saying.
going on, French man.
So yeah, so the bouncer was just like blah blah blah, just shouting at me, and somebody from behind me, she's like, he wants you to stand over there. I was like, thank you.
Yeah.
um,
That's
Eventually,
sick though.
yeah,
It,
yeah.
it sucks, but part of me is just like, well, I'm in France, like fucking, might as well
Oh my
just keep
God.
doing that. And then like, there's almost like less of a commitment to do the thing, and just be like, well, I'm here now. Like, might as well go on an adventure and check some shit out.
Hmm.
How long were you there for?
Yeah. I was there for 4 days and 1 day in London.
Oh, nice.
So landed in London, took the train up, found my friend, when we flew down to France.
Mm-hmm.
So we hit all like the touristy stuff, and then they left. It was just me, day of the concert, and then the next day I flew home.
Oh,
So
sick. No, that's
yeah,
cool though. I mean, like I said, at least you got like, even if you get, unfortunately, get to see the band you wanted to see, but you were able to like
yeah.
travel and be like, well, I'm in France now, so I might as well be worldly and just see everything. Which
Twist
sometimes,
my arm, grab
yeah,
a baguette and a Heineken, walk around the streets like
exactly. Oh man, I gotta fucking have the baguette hanging out
Mhm.
of the bag and get my beret
Yep.
on. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
bonjour, bonjour.
Yep.
No, that's cool though. I mean,
That was so much
that's
fun.
an adventure in my opinion. Like, oh, I got canceled. Fuck.
Yeah.
All right, well, what else can I do?
So, and it sucked that they weren't there, but like I got to leave the country for the first time. I
Yeah.
was the first one in my family to like really travel over overseas like that, like, and explore a new country like that, and it kicked off all of the traveling I love to do now. So
Oh, really?
it was such a huge win. So like, and then yeah, so I did that at the end of 2019, and then 2020 I went to Scotland and Jamaica right before the lockdown.
Okay.
So
Come on, dude. Fucking Scotland, and then you're like, you know where else I'm gonna go? I'm gonna go to Jamaica.
hmm
Okay. This is just great because I'm just literally just talking about your fucking just traveling stories.
Yeah.
So tell me about Scotland, dude. That's someplace I actually want to check out. I mean, I'm pretty sure I stand up like a sore thumb out here, but still. Tell me about it.
It's fun. I mean, there's magic in every stone you go. Like, it's where the evil lady J.K. Rowling wrote all the Harry Potter books, and like everywhere you look, you just see that love and that magic and all that like atmosphere,
Mm-hmm.
like in that like there's so much history and like everyone like you get the sense of like people are proud of the culture and the
Yeah.
area they're in and like where they are and who they are and what they're a part of.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like something I didn't really expect,
Yeah.
you know.
No, that's something
Um,
that like I love about like that part of Europe, like not London or France or underpants, but what I really like, Scotland, Scandinavia, all those type of areas, like the very like the Norse followings, and like even Ireland would be really sick to do, like just that history of like group of people who like before fucking civilization rolled in. You got these guys who are just like chilling, these big ass
mhm.
fields, stone this or cool ass like grass huts and shit. You're like, yo, that's pretty sick. It's
Yeah.
pretty baller, dude.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
y'all
it's
do?
nuts.
We'd fish, we'd hunt, we'd go to war. Like, oh, cool, sick. What's that about? That's pretty sick,
Yep.
dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'll go to London. Yeah, we had industrialization. It was sucked.
Yeah.
Billowing black smoke clouds. I'm like, yeah, I don't care. I don't care.
Mhm.
Guy with the silly hat. That's cool, man. But yeah, man, Scotland, like all those fucking places would be
Yeah.
sick,
So
dude.
cool. Yep. And then just real quick, so the Jamaica trip,
Mhm.
my friend was
It's another
going to
one.
be deployed in the military, and she's like, we all work together. She's like, I want a week with you guys where we just go to a resort and do nothing.
Oh
So
hell yeah, dude. Hell
so
yeah.
we booked that. It was perfect, but like we were there, there was an earthquake, so we had like a tsunami warning at
Oh
one
my
point. Like it was so
god.
funny. So we were at the bar, and just a quick tangent, but
No,
we were at the bar
please
and
don't, doesn't
we're
need to be
like,
quick.
yeah, so the guy came up and one of the waiters, and my friend Sam, she's allergic to citrus and she went to a tropical resort. But it's funny, but like watermelons and stuff like that is all good. But he's like, "Oh, I got the special drink for you." And we're like, "What's in it?" She can't have citrus. He's like, "I'll hook you guys up. It's all good." And he just ghosted. He just left. So he came back later, we drank the drinks, and I walked over to the bathroom and I was wazzing, and all of a sudden like the whole friggin' world was just shaking, and like I was like getting spinny and stuff. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
my god. So like I walked over to the table and they're like, Nick, did you feel the earthquake? And I was like, oh thank God. I was about to trip. That was gonna be a bad time.
I thought that guy gave me something really crazy.
Yeah, yeah, but so they were in the restaurant part and all the chandeliers were swinging, but I was
Mm.
in the bathroom, so I had no point of reference. It was just marble.
Yeah.
So
You're in the bathroom
I
like,
couldn't see any
oh,
of that.
trying to take a
Yeah.
piss. What the fuck? Shaking all over the place.
Yep. Oh man, that's so funny.
Oh, that's wild. No, Jamaica and
Yeah.
any of those places like the Caribbean areas is another one that I'm like, I haven't been on a cruise, and like literally what you guys just said is exactly what I want to do. I want to go there, have a few drinks, have some probably bomb ass fucking food, and
Hmm.
just do nothing. And
Yep.
that is the life. Like I'm just gonna sit here, it's nice and everything. The weather's great. Not even worried about it. Just sit in the sun. Got like the pool right next to me, and just like, all right, this is great.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, exactly. Bring a book or not, and just sit and float around.
Yeah, dude. Like that's
So,
literally because like that's like the opposite. It's funny because it's true though, but it's the opposite of what I want to do when I'm at like let's say like the northerner countries of like like with Scandinavia and all those things where it's like I want to look
mm,
at everything. I want to see all the spots. All the Norseman
yep.
stuff and everything. And I'm like, yeah, that's sick. Jamaica, it's like kind of want to chill because I know that's what y'all good. Like that's what you guys like selling it to me
Yeah.
that way. I am all about it. Like you don't got to convince
Yeah.
me at all. You want to come over to the
Yep.
bar,
Yeah. The
drink and hang out?
open bar, all inclusive. Hell yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
um, yeah. The only thing we did plan like one little excursion,
Yeah,
but like when you're in a group and stuff, like it's not a problem. It's just like everyone be here at 8, and they'll show you around, and it'll be magical. So,
yeah.
so it was awesome. It was a good time.
Yeah, that's one thing that I still need to do is that I've never done a cruise or anything that requires an excursion or anything of that nature. It's just one.
Hmm.
It's funny.
Yeah.
I was looking into it and I'm just like, that sounds like fun, but I'm just like, do I want to do this right now? It's just like because now it's funny that you're saying this because like now I'm doing my best to travel more. Like I said, I'm
Hmm.
going to Vegas in October. October's next month. Going to
Hell yeah.
Vegas in January. Same thing. And then in February, I'm going to Katsu, which is just driving. But like me and Blondie Sunday were talking about that too, like going other places around the United States at least to see other anime conventions, just to see how they
Mm.
do things. Like we went to PortCon this summer, and that's in Maine, and it's like This is like Maine. This is like different than like like oh, I've been to once in New Hampshire, I've been to once in Connecticut and like Boston area,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like I don't think we've ever been one in Maine, and like all right, what do they have here? And you can see the people from Maine and just say it's really nice and chill. I'm like, this is badass.
Yeah, Maine's really nice.
Yeah, and then my boy Mad Noob, Kyle, him and Ashtray, they went to what is it, Anime Matsuri in Texas.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
And he was like, dude, bro, he was saying in the last podcast, he was like, dude, it's like, you would have loved all the food trucks. I'm like, oh, you know me too well. But he was saying like, yeah, it's a really huge convention. He really enjoyed it. And that's like one thing that I really want to start getting into
Nice.
is going to other big conventions like in other places or just medium-sized conventions in other places. Because a lot of the times here we discuss a lot of like when we talk about anime convention is like we love the smaller cons opposed to the larger cons now because it's kind of the communities there and we really enjoy that. Where if I go to a big con, I don't really get to meet a lot of people because there's just a lot of people, But like at a small convention, it's just like you walk around 3 times and you start seeing the same people and you're just like, so like, what's going on? Or you're just like, you're hanging out. He's like, oh yeah. Like, what are you drinking? Oh, people are drinking. I'm like, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Any plans to go to any more conventions in the future for you?
So no, but I was thinking we're talking about conventions. Does King Richard's Fair fall into that realm?
I mean, for the most part, yeah. I mean, we were planning on going to King
so-
Richard's as well. I was going to reach out to you about that one.
Yeah.
See if you wanted to join us. But if not, then that's perfectly fine. I get it.
Yes. So we were, but then I was like, what if there's like other Ren fairs like that? So like just in tune with what you were saying, like trying different anime conventions all around, like try different Renaissance fairs all around and see what they have and if they're different. So because we've done King Richard's Fair a few times, so we've seen a lot of it, but it's always a blast.
Yeah, me and Blondie Sunday were actually talking about the Connecticut Renaissance Festival. We heard that's even bigger, and then after a while, we're just like, same thing. No, exactly same thing. Where else can we go for like a Ren fair? Like we feel like we need to branch out or just travel a little more. Because if anything, I'll let you know which ones we're looking at, and then even even if you don't go, to just like, hey, look, this exists, give it a shot because we definitely want to try other ones. I've seen people post one. There was one that was like I think it was in Pennsylvania. I see a lot of like a lot of the people I follow, or like they're going to a lot of their Ren fairs there, and it looks fucking sick. Like it looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah,
like you see all those like Ren fairs. Like versus anime cons, it's really such a difference, and it's actually kind of funny, like in my opinion, because it's like, here's anime, here's this. The Renaissance fair, it's like, oh, here's like medieval D&D, and just like that I don't know, I would really.
And there's Link.
Yeah, and there's
Gerald.
yeah, exactly. And there's Jared, and there's Doctor Who over there because he's time traveling. You're like,
yeah.
And look at that kid; he's a samurai. I don't think that's the right time period. Nah, man. I remember when we went, it was pretty sick. You had your whole bard outfit. That was awesome.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
that was so
sick.
much fun. I was like, I put my foot down. I'm like, I want to go all out and just get all the leather straps and belt buckles, and I bought all like that lute ukulele style thing, and I just wanted to go all in, just dress up. So
yeah, hell yeah, dude. It looks great,
fun.
dude. We like your whole getup was awesome. I think that's when I first saw
Thank
you
you.
with your fucking like the whole facial hair thing, and I was like, yo, this is sick, bro. You look great. It was awesome.
Yeah. I actually shaved that last week.
Oh yeah,
So
sad.
this is like my first stubble of a clean shave. I know.
You
Maybe
turned your
it'll grow
camera
back.
on. And I was like, "Who's this guy? Where's Nick?" I was talking to him like 2 or 3 weeks ago. He had facial. Who is this man?
Yep. So might grow it back, but I just wanted to
Yeah, I just started
clean slate and try over.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Last time we hung out, you were showing me a lot of your music. Just going back to ukulele stuff. So you do. So I know you produce music. Is I don't know if that's the term, or make music or whatever it is. You're an artist,
I'm
I know
a producer, multi-instrumentalist.
Yeah, hell yeah,
philanthropist. No,
billionaire philanthropist.
I'm just learning as best I can. So.
Yeah. But you were showing me like you have all these ideas that you're doing that you wanted to like get like melodies together. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I mean, it starts with me like I've been learning all new weird like jazzy minor seventh and all these weird
Mm-hmm.
A flat major diminished third, ninth, whatever. Like I've been learning all these new unique chords and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been like just noodling around. I'm like, ooh, I like that chord a lot. What sounds good with that one? And then expand from there. I'm like, okay, I have this chord progression. I'm gonna make a loop, and then what would sound good after that? And I learn all these new elements and all these fun new like little pieces of software and bits and
Mm-hmm.
whatnot. And it's like it's just a huge learning game. I know I'll never hit the end of it.
Of course.
Um, so, but yeah, it's been so much fun to just kind of like throw stuff at the canvas. Like
Yeah.
one thing my friend Daleks taught me, like we were out painting. We were painting this cabin one time, just like the paint on a canvas, and he just took the brush and just put it in paint and slapped it on there. I'm like, what did you do that for? He's like, well, if you stare at it and you look at it and you try and angle it and get your lines just right, you'll sit there for 2 hours before you even get started. So he just like slaps a dab on it just to get going.
Sick. Oh, that's neat.
And that's yeah. So it was like a really good like tool just to kind of get the ideas flowing,
Yeah.
avoid that blank canvas, writer's block, and just get going and get stuff thrown down.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so like in regards to that, I know you were like you're putting music. What do you put music on YouTube? You put music on where do you most people would find your music?
Yeah, so right now I'm on YouTube right now.
Mm-hmm.
My plan, I wanted it to be this year, but I worked on other projects instead. But next year I want to have like my own official done song on Spotify.
Oh hell yeah!
With something I'm like fully proud of, and the piece I'm working on might be there. But again, like that final like full production sound quality, and for it to like work in a car stereo, work on a TV, on a phone, like that's stuff that's like really really advanced to learn. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to like pay somebody to do that for me just yet. Like
I know exactly what you're talking about. Like when it comes to like doing this, like when I upload it, like all right, this is what it sounds like on my headset. This is what it sounds like off my computer. This is what it sounds like off my phone. And then I'll plug my phone into the fucking car. This is what it sounds like in the car.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I feel like it's like if you work on just having like a good clear sound, it should come out pretty well. Just sometimes the hardest part, in my opinion, is when we're doing these recordings or anything, is like I want to find the medium sound. Like I'll play someone's YouTube video at like mid-range volume. And is it louder or is it the same or is it lower? And then be like, all right, this is kind of where I'm at,
Yeah. Yep. So it's a ton of like sound engineer stuff and all these like final production, and even like just exporting the file and the file type is a whole science. Like,
oh yeah,
I'm just scratching the surface on.
Yeah.
So it's brutal, but just always, learn new things all the time, and just one bite at a time, I guess.
Yeah. And yeah, like, so in regards to like your music projects, like, so your biggest thing is of course you want to, have your own song that's SoundCloud ready or Spotify ready, excuse me.
Yeah.
But like, what's the vibe you're going with? Like, I know you've like shown me a few things, but like, for the audience, like what's kind of your vibe when it comes to playing ukulele? Cause I know when I heard it was completely different than like, just, oh, here's island music for the background of a video game and Fuga Arrow. Like, ooh,
Yeah, so it actually falls right down to the two artists I mentioned earlier. Like it's just a blend of Nick Johnston and Cloudchord. Like you've got the lo-fi, then you have like that kind of classic rock. I mean, mainly I've been doing lo-fi stuff, but I want to kind of move into that full just ambient like instrumental album of just ukulele rock, have some songs that just boom and crush and go fast, and then have like the really chill ones that are just nice, awesome listening. But right now I'm in the tune of the lo-fi ukulele songs because I thought they would be so easy to make. I'm like, yeah, you just throw down some chords, a loop, add some vinyl crackle and a drum, get an 808 drum beat, and you're just done. Like, so and that's like I got into there. I'm like, I don't even know what 808 means.
Yeah,
so
it's a trap beat.
It's so hard. Like it's so hard because you have all this vast space you need to fill with stuff, and it has to be cool, ear candy, and fill, and like be tasteful and not overwhelming, and everything in the kitchen sink. So it's been like the coolest turn of events because I thought it would be easy to get into and start, but it's been like the hardest challenge to work with.
Really, that's cool though. It's always and like when you get into something like that, when it becomes like a daunting task, but sometimes it's like when you get in, you're like, this is kind of sick though. This is kind of sick.
Like Yeah, my computer breaks, I get like kind of excited. I'm like, ooh, I get to try and troubleshoot this issue. Like today, my motorcycle broke, and I was just friggin' pissed. It wouldn't start. So, uh, it's I don't know if it's a different like mechanical thing, and I'm just not in there. I'm not
Hmm.
tuned in. I'm more of a software guy.
Yeah,
But
no, I get that. That's like me, like when we were trying to figure out the sound earlier.
yeah,
I'm just like, what
so,
is this? Like, I don't know
but
what's going on.
but you were learning it, and you checked everything
Exactly.
you knew, and you got through it, and you figured it out, and it's great.
Yeah,
So
and like that's one of the fun things about like doing stuff like even at our age or just in general is just like when we start doing new things or we get new inspiration, it's like,
Mhm.
oh well, I haven't really looked into this. This is kind of neat, you know, or just like, oh,
Yeah,
this
yep.
gets deeper than I thought it would.
Hmm.
Because like I know you said
Yeah,
you were talking about listening to lo-fi, like other than like was it crown
cloud
core
chord. Yeah,
clown chord
cloud chord.
clown
Yeah,
chord? Yeah, no, sorry, I'm just like it's one of those
it's
things.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What other lo-fi stuff is like? Did you listen to before? It's like the famous like the girls studying and shit. Is that what really got you
Yeah. Oh
into
yeah.
it?
Yeah. Lo-fi girl, and that. But then I found a Game Chops channel, and it's all video game lo-fi stuff.
Nice.
My wallet's upset because I just found out they make vinyls. So I've
Ooh,
been buying
okay.
some of the lo-fi Game Chops vinyls that like the albums I've just had on repeat like for years. The
Is that
Zelda and Chill 3 like were
really
wicked
quick?
good.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
No, you could. So what is it? That's the artist. The game was it Game Chops?
It's like a collab of different producers and artists. So like they do have one. I think it's Nick Townsend, and he does like the final mixing and mastering for it. But
Hmm.
like other than that, it's a collab of a bunch of people.
Okay.
So it's like a cool community too, and it's just everyone who just loves video game music. And but one of the main contributors is Michael or Mikael
Hmm.
is the artist. So I follow him in his other stuff too. It's great.
That's cool. You got to send
Um,
me that because that actually sounds
yeah,
pretty lit. It sounds pretty
it's
cool.
awesome. It's so good. I mean, it's the same lo-fi girl vibe. It's just
Yeah.
video game music. So you'd be like, oh shit, is this from Final Fantasy? And like you look over and
Oh,
you hear like
nice.
a chocobo or something stupid.
Yeah.
It's really good though.
No, that's awesome. I
Um,
didn't even know that was
yeah,
like I said, like the most lo-fi that I ever got into was yeah, like lo-fi girl or like, lo-fi beats just in general. Like, oh, like lo-fi beats while you're at a coffee shop. You can hear people walking
yeah,
around.
exactly.
Lo-fi
Yeah,
beats in rain. And I'm just like, yeah, hell yeah, it's raining. I'm going to bed like right now, you
yeah,
know.
yep,
Like
yeah.
what
So,
is it like cafe noise and lo-fi beats. I'm like,
oh my god,
yeah,
yeah,
like
yep,
yeah, I'm that guy. I don't care. Like I love it, like,
mhm,
especially if I'm doing
yeah.
something. I used to play that for Pistachio, my fucking bird, and I was like, yeah, there you go,
Oh,
buddy.
nice.
He can come back. He's like, yo, dude, I'm fucking. He come back. He has like a beanie. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Mhm. Yeah. But then like it also always gets me thinking like, oh, has someone done a lo-fi cover of Somewhere Over the Rainbow?
Hmm.
Or other ukulele artists, like have they done like kind of like taken their pieces and kind of made it lo-fi and
Yeah,
done that adaptation? So like that's some other stuff I want to work on in the future too. But
like
right
making
now it's
lo-fi
just
versions of like she's saying mixing lo-fi and ukulele and well-known
yeah.
ukuleles. Like, dude, fucking yeah. Because me like I don't have the brain for that. Like I'll be honest with you. Like I love music, but I just don't have the brain for that.
You could get it. I don't know. I don't know if it's a developed ear or it's just
Hmm.
you hear music long enough and then you're like, okay, well I want it to sound like this, and
Yeah,
then you kind of just have that and you're like, oh, I can just do that. I have
yeah.
the software to do it. So then you just
Yeah.
start working on
Yeah,
it.
like I said, like say I know you and I've kind of shared like, oh, this is me playing ukulele. It's terrible, but that's okay. And I gotta appreciate you, man. You always fucking what is it? You're always pushing me to be like, yo, man, that's great. No worries. You get better. I'm like, I
Mhm.
appreciate that because I'm just
Yeah.
like, I'm a firm believer of if someone is to show me something, like if they're putting themselves out there, like listen to my music. I'm gonna sing. I'm gonna do a performance in front of somebody. That if someone puts themselves out there and they want me to listen, they feel confident enough to be like, yo, like I want to put myself out there. I'm not gonna be like, yo, this shit fucking sucks. I'll always give you like, if you need pointers, I'll always give somebody pointers, or be like, you might want to fix this or something like that. But I know it takes a lot for the average person to perform something, record it, and then go, "Hey, listen to this." And you're just like, you listen to this, and you're just like, you know what I mean. So I'm always just
Mhm.
like, sometimes when I send you things, I'm like, I know Nick is like here, and I'm like here. So when you encourage me, I really do appreciate that. I haven't picked
Yeah.
up my ukulele in a while. It's one of those things where it's like I'll just not think about it. I'll hear one ukulele song and I'll go, let me go dust that off really quick. Let me grab this. A month later, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot I can play like this. And like the amount of it's just me enjoying like playing and hanging out and just like, this is cool. This is cool. But like,
it's so fun. Yeah. Yeah, sorry for cutting you off, but it's so fun when you get that spark of inspiration. You're like, oh, give me that, and you grab your uke. But for me, it's like friggin' blinding fireworks going off sometimes.
Oh yeah,
like I have all these ideas, but so it's been cool, and I think I'm gonna steal the topic and go on another tangent. But
go for it.
I remember I was working on my first piece, and I was living with my buddy Ian at the time, and I was like, hey, listen to this. And I was like, what filter sounds better and what this and that? And he's like, you've listened to it so much you don't know what sound is anymore. And I'm like, yeah, I need an outside opinion.
I need an outsider. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. So he listened to it and he's like, when are you going to call this done? I was like, oh, I don't know. And like, I got all like soul searching. I was like, when is it going to be done? So like, I couldn't figure, like, I didn't know when to, cut, print, and check the gate. Like,
I know what you mean.
So it was a huge eye opener. Yeah. So like, and I was watching Zombieland Saga at the time.
Yeah.
And they, so I know Matt loves that show.
Hell yeah. Shout Khan. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So they said if you're trying to be perfect from the get go, you won't accomplish anything. And I was like, yeah, if I'm trying to be as good as like everything else I hear and like the amount of like professional studio quality around me, like I'm never gonna call this song done. I'm never gonna start. I'm never gonna finish. So
that's actually
I just
really
posted
good
it on
advice.
YouTube.
That's really good advice though. Like and that's something that even I do, where it's like I listen to a lot of like the people who I enjoy. I like Mega 64 being one of my biggest inspirations for podcasting as well as video making. And a lot of the times you say, like, what's the best thing to do with video? Like, do it. It's going to suck. Not like in the sense of doing it sucks. No, your first video is going to suck. Your second video is also going to suck. Hey, guess what? Your third one. But if they are just a little bit better every time, then you're doing fine. And it's that's shit. And that's really it. Like, you're going to have technical difficulties. You're going to do things where it's like, is this exactly what I want it to be? Like, no, but you'll find things that you love and work around it. Like you said, hey, I need to figure this out because I want this to be better, or I feel like I can do something a little bit more and make it work. Yeah, no, it's such a great, you guys got to put yourself out there, even if it's just like, you're just doing it. And like you said, fuck it, upload to YouTube. So, go and talk about you on YouTube. What's your YouTube handle, man? You got to plug that bad boy.
I didn't plug that yet. It's Dr Yook.
Yeah.
So it's an old gamer tag from when I was playing with a group of my friends, League of Legends. Like he was Dr. Kato, and then Dr. Kanda and stuff, and all these silly names. And I was like, all right, I was playing ukulele at the time.
Yeah.
The rare like reboot. But I was like, okay, Yook, like Y-O-O-K, and I was Dr. Yook, and that's just where that came from.
Nice.
So still a working title. I may like change it at some point. But that's what I have now, and it's very generic. Oh, I grabbed this royalty-free picture and I added some waves and stuff to it. So,
hey man, that's what royalty-free's for, bro.
Yeah. So the logo I did draw on a bus after I was driving. I was on a tour in Scotland. We had just seen the sunset over the Highlands over Loch Ness. So it was some of the most beautiful shit. I was like tearing.
God damn, boy, Jesus Christ!
So low-key tearing up, and I'm like, I should draw my logo thing. So I was doing that just by my phone, like, 'cause the sun had gone down, it was dark, so I was just doing that. And so that's where that logo came from. And when I drew that, so I was a little inspired at the time.
Holy shit. What a fucking story. It's like some movie shit, bro. I'm sorry I'm laughing. That's awesome. I was on a bus, man, and the sun was setting on the Highlands over Loch Ness, and I told myself, I gotta draw this. Like, you should keep that logo, fuck. Or just
keep that one.
Or like, constantly branching upon it. That is awesome.
Yeah. So it's been fun, and like what I've been doing, like I've been traveling a bunch, and every like stream I see or every like pretty field, I'll just record like 30 seconds of it on my phone, and I'll take that and I'll just loop that as like a background to a video too.
Oh, that's sick.
So,
It's such a good
so
idea.
for like the future, yeah, for the future stuff coming out is just gonna be like a dumb bits and pieces of like me being all touristy. Like one of the songs, is called "The Liberating Feeling You Get When You Walk Around in the City Alone," because I don't like I don't know, just random stuff or self-affirmating names. Like the song I'm working on now is "Go Be Your Favorite Self."
Nice. These are great.
Just cause like it has nothing to do with the song.
I mean, it's kind of like, fuck, what's that? What's the name of the band? Ever heard of Explosions in the Sky?
Yes, I have.
Dude, that's an old band, but man, they used to have the greatest names for shit. But it's like, but it was like the vibe. I think it was like, First Breath After a Coma was like one of the songs or something like that. And it's like, that's amazing. And then like you hear the song, you're like, yeah, that's pretty fucking good.
Yep.
I haven't listened. It's funny. I haven't listened to them in forever. It was like an old girl I used to see. She was like, "Yo, you should check this band out. They do this fine." Listen to that, and I'm like, "Yo, I'm vibing. This is really good stuff."
Yeah, that's awesome. But just to go back, that song, I have videos of me when I was in Glasgow, in like, I think it's Western Ireland was one of the, or no, Northern. I forget where specifically, but somewhere on that island.
Yeah,
in that area.
I'm not a cartographer, so I have no idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
that's really neat, though. That's cool. No, you just have like just things you have to probably. Do you have like backgrounds when you were in Paris?
No, I wasn't recording those at the time.
Rats.
But wish I did.
just
it was
just the what is it like? Here's the line. There's the angry bouncer.
Oh no, it was all the yellow vests rioting.
Oh jeez.
So we were on the Eiffel Tower. We're looking through the binoculars and we see them all congregating.
Oh shit.
Yeah, no one was proposing that day. It was we heard the roars of the riot and the sirens. Like,
wait, were you actually there during that time?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no, fuck you. Wait a minute. You didn't lead with that shit. Wait a minute. Nick.
Yeah, no, I left
that.
that.
What the fuck? Wait. Hold up.
So.
What was that like?
Yeah, so I mean exactly that. We were up in the Eiffel Tower and we were looking through the little binocular things. Like you put the little euro in and you get to look around, and we saw the yellow vested rioters like congregating, like maybe a quarter mile away.
That's
all of a sudden we were on the top. We heard like the roar of all of them just screaming and shouting, and then we heard all the sirens and stuff, and they marched all the way around to like where we were.
Oh, you're
so
like,
we came.
I'm American.
Well, because like some time had passed. We went down the elevator to the tower, and we were eating ice cream, hanging out. And my friend was like filming, and then we heard like pops and bangs, and we saw smoke, and we're like, "Are those fireworks?" Like we forgot all about it already. You're just being dumb idiot tourists.
Yeah, right.
And all of a sudden, like a huge crowd of yellow vesters ran at us, and my friend was filming, and we was like, "Oh shit, we gotta go!" So we just started running. So we all ran away.
I'm sorry, Nick. What the fuck? Like, no, like, that's like someone who enjoys history. That's an historic event that you were just happy.
It really was.
What?
Yeah.
That's like, yeah. That's when it was like a lot of the blue collar. Well, yeah, like the workers, like your the people like the construction workers, the firemen. Like all of them were just like, hey, look, petroleum. That was when like like what is it like? Gas was way too high, and they wanted them like to tax them so fucking much to the point where living outside of the city to buy everything to come in, they have no means to fucking live. So they were just marching, being like, hey, look, I said the yellow vest, like we are all workers. We are city workers. We are construction. We do the infrastructure. We do a little bit of everything. And then like the firemen are just like like. We're rioting.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
Yeah. So we were running from that, and probably the best part about it was we went back to the video after, and it was him just like running, and they said, "Oh shit, we gotta go." And then it was just like he had his ice cream cone in the same hand, so it was like Blair Witch Project blurry ice cream cone running away.
That's.
So
how, Nick, I'm sorry. How have you never told me this? I guess we haven't talked in a while.
Yeah, it just never came up in conversation.
I can't believe that the fucking yellow vest riots. That's so crazy to me. Oh my god, because that was a big even like here in America, we were watching that, and that was a big deal. Mm-hmm. It was literally like
they were like
workers
protesting.
were just doing their thing.
Yeah, they were blocking roads. They caused like due to all the traffic they stopped and
Yep.
like all the deliveries and stuff, they caused like over €1 billion or $1 billion of like damage and like like interruption of services to
Yeah.
companies and stuff. Like it was insane. So
Look, I mean, I'm glad you were safe, probably, right? Because you weren't exactly like the fucking target for the most part. You weren't just some dude. You weren't just some aristocrat. Like,
yeah,
oh,
yep.
oh, mercy me, the money. Quick, Charles, get in. Like, you're just an American dude. Like, oh, brother, what's going on over there?
Rendezvous croissant, we gotta go.
Yeah,
Go
let's
on.
go. Let's go. Got superpower. Talk like Hulk Hogan, just to fucking just tell everyone you're American.
Yep, yeah, that's it.
How far did you guys have to go to like get away from it? Like you just walked away? Like you?
It was
I
like
feel like you couldn't have gotten a taxi. Like, yo, taxi, get me away, far away as fucking you can.
No, it was like a minute sprint, and then they actually just kept marching. So where we were, it was like we were fine after we all held hands and ran away, and then it was fine after we were back to our regularly scheduled tourism and ice cream cones.
Yeah, I still can't get over that. Dude. Hey, oh, titty croissant. What's that? Oh shit! Here comes the riots.
Yep.
We gotta go. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Jesus, dude. Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh, but honestly, bro, I feel like it's a good place to end it. Jesus Christ. Oh, I don't think anything else is gonna top that over my head.
I don't think so.
No, I think we got it. Man, thank you for joining me and just sharing that awesome story, man. Holy crap.
Of course.
And thank
Yeah.
you for
Sorry,
being a
it
part.
was oops, I cut you off again.
No,
but sorry,
you're good.
it was more travel stories, but
No, I
we
mean,
didn't talk about video games.
oh, I'm not even worried about it. Hey man, it's like a lot of this, like people are listening. You probably like, oh, Ryan started with anime, and then we just went to music. I'm here talking to my friends. I like to talk to people just who aren't just 100% anime all the time. In all honesty, like I really want to talk to you about you and your whole music stuff. So they've gotten to traveling. That's super interesting to me. So I'm not even worried about it, bro. I'm happy you had to tell me these stories because you wouldn't have gotten to the fucking Yellow Vest riots.
Yeah.
But before we go, like, once again, Nick, I need people need to follow you. People need to get to you. Where can they find you?
Right now it's just Dr. Yook on YouTube, so search ukulele lo-fi and you'll see me there.
All right, sounds great. All right, I think we're gonna call it a night. Have a good night, bro.
Awesome. Yeah, you too. Have a great night.